Hello and welcome to Thursday's topic. So today we're going to be using some water for our little lesson. And I want you to make sure that you've asked Mummy and Daddy before you use your water. I've got just a small container here that I'm going to be using for our experiment. So today's topic is about materials that float or sink. And it's a good thing to think about when we're thinking about pirates, because they obviously live on pirate ships and they need materials to build their pirate ships with that are going to float. So I've got a selection of objects that I found around my house that are made from different materials. So I want us to think about what the object is, but also the material that it's been made from. So the first thing I have is a 10p coin. What material has this been made from? Have a feel. It feels hard. It's really rigid. It's solid. It's firm. It can be cold and it can be hot depending on where it is. Okay, this material is called metal, and lots of things are made from metal. Metal is a very strong material. I'm going to put my 10p piece into the water. Do you think it's going to float? So float means it will stay on the top of the water, or do you think it will sink? Sink means it will go to the bottom of the water. It will go to the bed, the base of the water. Do you think metal is going to float or sink when it's in this coin? So at the moment this metal is shaped, it's a big sort of solid firm lump of metal. Let's see, shall we? Okay, my coin sank right to the bottom. It didn't float, but some metal can float. Okay, I've got an example here. Here is a tin. It has a space in between. In that space we're tracking air. I'm going to just see what happens if I put my tin in. As you can see, my tin is floating. It doesn't want to sink. So metal, if it's in a certain shape, can float. But when it's in a solid lump like this, it will sink. So metal naturally would want to sink. Okay, I've got another object here. Mummy might use these in the morning when she's cleaning her face. This is called cotton wool, and it's made from cotton, which is what our clothes are made from. Do you think that cotton wool will float, or do you think the cotton wool will sink? Let's have a little go. So we're making a prediction first. I predict that the cotton wool is going to float. Let's see if I'm right. Yes, look, it is sitting. Oh, no. So as the cotton wool absorbed the water, it started to sink, and look, it sank right to the bottom. So cotton wool does not float. Okay, let me see. I've now got a rubber band. Rubber band. So this is made from a material called rubber. Let's see, what do we think? I predict that my rubber band is going to float. Yes, I'm correct. Look, it is floating on the surface of the water. Rubber. Lots of boats are made from rubber. Okay, and now I've got this. This is a wax crayon. A wax crayon, so it's made from wax, like a candle. Do you think it's going to float or sink? Say, I predict that the wax crayon is going to... Now, when I make my prediction, I think about the material. Is it heavy? Is it light? Could there be air trapped in there? Because air makes things float. but I think that this is going to sink. It's quite solid. Let's see if I'm right. I'm right. It sank right to the bottom of my box. Okay, and I've got a final material here. This is a stick from my garden. What are sticks made from? What material is this? We have a lot of this material all around us. My table's made from it. My box is made from it. My drawers are made from it. It's quite a light material, so I predict that this wooden stick is going to float. Yay, I'm right. It's sitting on the surface. That means it's floating. Now, when you do your experiment, I'd like you to find different things. Find as many different materials as you can around your house. What about plastic? Do we think plastic would float or sink? You might have an empty plastic bottle that you could use. See if you can work out what materials are really good for boat building, because we would want, if we were going to be on a boat, we'd want it to float. Then you could record your ideas. So here Miss Bradford's made a little table with a happy face and a sad face, and then a column where we can draw our material. So Miss Bradford could draw her cotton wool, and I could tick the sad face because it sunk to the bottom. Okay, see if you could record your work too. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.